So, is the US being unrealistic about the Russia oil import ban and gas prices? Well, I want to address that in today's video because many expect that us here in the United States are being very unrealistic about what could potentially happen in the near future. So I want to address what is currently going on. Now, the national average for a gallon of gas in the United States as of this morning was $4.17 for regular gas. That is up 11 cents from just yesterday, and it's up 56 cents from 1 week ago today. But that was all without the United States banning all Russian oil imports. Today, President Biden stated that the U.S. will ban Russia oil imports as a response to Vladimir Putin's invasion into Ukraine, and that's huge. That in itself was a big move and a monumental move. But it isn't just the United States that is going to do that. We also know, okay, and you may not have heard this, but we also know that Britain is also announcing that they too will be phasing out Russian oil and energy products by the end of 2022. Again, this is a major move. Now, these things right here, okay, this should give, just with Britain, will give the market and businesses time to find alternatives. Well, this is one of the issues that many Republicans and really all lawmakers had moving into this decision was right now, they were wondering, well, what are we doing for alternative energy sources, right? Because just today, we saw Republican lawmakers bashing President Biden for making this decision without having adequate solutions for alternative energy. But keep in mind, okay, I just want to point this out. Republicans are going to be playing the gas price political game. Okay, they're going to do that to try to gain more seats in the House and Senate for the upcoming midterm election. We know this. And it doesn't matter if it was a Republican in office or a Democrat in office. Okay, we were going to see this game played. So take what Republicans are currently saying with gas prices with a little grain of salt. Because even though they would have done the exact same thing, they're going to use this tactic as a way to turn voters against the Democratic Party a little bit more. So, just want to point that out. But on a different note, the United States only imports about 8% of all of our oil from Russia. So, it's not an extreme amount of oil. Now, many economists believe that the conflicts in Ukraine aren't as big as a worry as inflation itself. That's the bigger issue. And many wonder if the Biden administration is actually using the Russia oil ban as a way to put the blame on Russia and not solely on the administration. Now, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below about that, because that was one thing that I was thinking this morning that, this is a great way, if you're a Democrat, to push the blame on Russia. That, okay, we're just going to say, all right, we're going to ban Russian oil imports, and that's the reason why gas prices are going up. Well, yes, right now. But gas prices have been going up for the past year. We weren't worried about Russia and Ukraine a year ago, right? We weren't worried about it. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, because when I was thinking about this, I went to go look to see, is anybody else talking about this? Yes, a lot of news stations were talking about this exact same thing, that this could be another tactic to try to push the blame onto somebody else. But again, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Well, what does this mean? What does this huge move do to the American people? Here's what you need to know. Gas prices are felt in almost every single purchase that we make in everyday goods. When gas prices go up, transportation costs go up, food prices increase, wages tend to increase as well, and all things get more expensive. Except for trucks and large SUVs, their prices usually plummet. So, what does this mean? Okay, but why is this not the only concern that we should have? Here's the reason why. Economists predict that the Russian economy will completely collapse in 4 weeks. That's big news. They say that this ban on Russian oil imports to the U.S. will devastate the government budget, their government budget, not ours. And many expect, are now worried that the threat of cyber warfare has just increased. remember when I said that it might be a good time to take some money out of the bank? Not that we really should worry about the banking system, but what if, for an hour, a couple hours, or maybe even a day, right? Our banking systems are down. Things get a little bit scrambled. Well, money could be used. You could take cash, go and buy stuff. So here's what I want you to understand. If you want to know what the biggest threat is right now, it could be a cyber war between the United States and Russia. But also keep in mind that this has been considered one of the threats for quite some time. And even though we've seen little things, we can't go and pin it all on Russia. Now, the sanctions that the U.S. has put on Russia and Vladimir Putin, he isn't pleased. He's not pleased. And the fact that we jumped into this conflict is what's caused a lot of issues with him. Now, what can we expect moving forward is that Russia can't stop. They can't. Even though we want to believe that, okay, we're going to put in some more sanctions, this is going to help, things are going to get better. According to experts, the sanctions only made it more difficult for Russia to stop. Here's why. What we know is that other countries have put Russia into a huge pile of hurt, right? They're hurting, they're struggling. But if Russia were to back away now without getting much from the invasion, well, they're going to be hurting even more. And it's because of this that multiple experts say that Ukraine won't be saved due to sanctions alone. But at this time, the U.S. will not go into war with Russia. We're not going to be sending military into Ukraine. We just can't do that. So, what does this mean if we can't save Ukraine? Well, there's more issues here. Some issues are that we won't just see gas prices be high for a couple of weeks, days, months. We could see gas prices exceptionally high, let's say for another year, right? And this is why some experts say that the U.S. is being very unrealistic about the Russia oil import ban and what this could do to gas prices. Could this be a temporary issue, conflict, where we see gas prices are $5, $6, $7? Yeah, we could see that's temporary. But what many economists are predicting is that this isn't just going to go away after a couple days. No. This is going to stick with us for potentially months. What if we see high gas prices for another 6 months because the U.S. was very unrealistic with this ban and we don't have other forms of energy and consumption, right? We have to really get our consumption under control, but we don't do that. Bigger issues, right? So that's what some are worried about, that right now we won't just see gas prices increase for the next week or 2 weeks. This could be months or potentially years, and it's going to take time for the United States to figure out a way to replace that 8% of oil that we were getting from Russia. Are we going to produce it here in the United States, or get it from Canada, where we get about 51% of all of our oil? Possibly. Are we going to be negotiating with Venezuela? That was discussions as of this morning, but that's probably not a good move. Are we going to be working with Iran and Saudi Arabia? That's potential. Again, all these are options, but what is the best option? That's where everybody's concerned that what President Biden is going to choose as the best option may not actually be the best option. So again, we're going to see what happens, but as of right now, many expect gas prices are going to be high for quite some time. So what you decide to do from now until gas prices start to lower down, right? Start to decrease. It's really up to you. Do you get rid of your gas guzzling car, right? Do you buy products that are more local? Do you decide to do gardening instead of buying fruits and vegetables from other countries? A lot of options. But again, experts are saying the U.S. is being very unrealistic with what could potentially happen due to the Russia oil import ban. So if you have any questions whatsoever, you can always ask your questions down in the comment section below. Just want to thank you guys for watching. One thing I just want to say, my expectation is gas prices are going to keep going up, right? I know you're thinking, whoa, how'd you come up with that? Yeah, I get it. But that's my expectation. My other expectation is the American people are still going to be purchasing gas just like they have been in the past. It's going to hurt them more. It's going to hurt their wallets. It's going to really impact them and impact their lives. But if we do exactly what we always do, we pay more for gas. We will pay more for gas because we still want to travel and do all these other things. Okay? So expect the demand is going to stay the same. The supply is actually going to decrease, which means prices go up. So that's what we know at this time. As always, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.